Hello students. In the previous class, I am your biology lecturer. In the previous class, we discussed about the silent features of double helical structure of DNA, and we discussed about the structure of DNA and the length of the DNA. Okay. What I mentioned that then also we started the new topic, that is packing of a DNA helix. Okay, in that we discuss about prokaryotes. In case of prokaryote, the true nucleus is absent, only the nucleus like material is present. It is always bind with the positively charged proteins. Okay. Then in case of eukaryotes, the nuclear membrane is present. The size of the nucleus is about micrometer. It may be a 2 to 3 micrometer, or we can say that 7 to up to 7 micrometer. But the size of the mammalian DNA is about 2.4 to 2.2 meter in the length. Okay. The mechanism of packing the eukaryotic DNA in the small nucleus is very interesting topic. Okay. Before going to start, I will introduce some of the new terminologies which will help you understand packing of DNA helix. Okay, this is a structure of eukaryotic cell. Okay, in that we discuss about nucleus. I am going to enlarge that part. Here, just I am focusing on the nuclear membrane. Consider this is a nucleus. Nucleus have the double layered protective covering known as a nuclear membrane. Okay. This is the nuclear membrane. Okay. Then the nuclear membrane is not continuous, it has some pores, it has some openings known as a nuclear pore. Okay. Inside the nucleus, the chromatin material is present. You already know that chromatin material or the genetic material is present inside the nucleus. Okay. But very dense chromatin fibers are present in the central part of the nucleus, and light nuclear fibers or chromatid fibers are present at the periphery. Okay. It is a chromatin. The chromatin which is present at the center is known as a heterochromatin. Heterochromatin. Okay. The chromatin which is present at the periphery, it is known as a euchromatin. It's very simple. Chromatin in the sense colored material. Colored material or the DNA. Okay. The heterochromatin, here I will explain. Heterochromatin and euchromatin. Heterochromatin is very densely stained. Stain means color. It will take the color. Euchromatin means lightly stained. Okay. Then heterochromatin present at the center, centrally located. Euchromatin is peripherally located. Okay. Then heterochromatin is a tight packing of DNA and protein. Okay, then here loose packing of DNA and protein. We can say that DNA and proteins have tight interaction. It is very tough to break the interaction between DNA and protein. Here loose interaction. Then the DNA or chromatid which is present at the center, it is transcriptionally active. Okay, then it is transcriptionally inactive. These are the difference between euchromatin and heterochromatin. Euchromatin present at the central position and it is densely strained, it is dark colored. Here I will mention dark. This one is a light one. Then heterochromatin is a tight packing of DNA and proteins, or it have the tight interaction between DNA and protein. But euchromatin is the loose interaction between DNA and proteins. These are the terminologies which will help you to understand the packing of DNA helix. Okay. Up to now we completed the chromatin. Chromatin is nothing but the DNA plus protein. You know that in case of eukaryotic cells, eukaryotes, DNA always binds with the protein. Okay. There is a tight interaction between DNA and protein. DNA is negatively charged and acidic in nature. Okay. Then protein is positively charged and basic in nature. The protein which is present in the nucleus which binds the DNA, that is the histone protein. It is very important. Remember the name of the protein, histone protein. Let us discuss about histone protein first. Histone protein. It is a basic protein having basic amino acids. That is the arginine and lysine. These are the two amino acids which are present in the histone protein. Okay. It is a octamer protein. Octamer means it have 8 subunits. Subunits of the histone proteins. Yavyav subunits? Subunits are H2A, H2B, H3, H4. These are the subunit of histone protein. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ದೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಕ್ಟಾಮರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ 8 ಸಬ್ಯೂನಿಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು ಬರೀ 4 ಸಬ್ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅದಾವೆ. ಅದು ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಇಂಟು 2 ಮೀನ್ಸ್ 2 subunits of H2A, 2 subunits of H2B, 2 subunits of H3, 2 subunits of ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಯೂನಿಟ್ದು ಎರಡೆರಡು ಕಾಪಿ ಹಿಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಹತ್ರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ. ಅಲಾಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸಬ್ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ another subunit is present, that is H1 subunit. Okay. Now we can discuss the structure. You know that histone protein have the octamer protein. It is an octamer protein. It have the 8 subunits. Now I am drawing the 4 subunit. Another 4 subunits are present inside the larger subunits. Here H2A, H2B, H2A, H2B, H3, H4, H3, H4. This is the histone protein. Totally 8 subunits are present in the histone. Okay. It is having the basic amino acid arginine and lysine. Okay. All the 4 subunits are tightly packed. Okay. I told that in case of eukaryotic cells, the DNA is always to bind with the protein with the positive and negative interaction or the acidic and basic interaction. You know that opposite interaction is very stronger. Here I told that structure of the protein. Now we can discuss DNA plus histone. DNA binds with the histone. Here again I am going to draw the histone protein. These are the 4 subunits, these are the another 4 subunits. Okay. H3, H4, H3, H4, H2A, H2B, H2A, H2B. Okay. This is the structure of histone protein. Always DNA coiled around the histone protein. DNA coiled around histone protein. It is not exactly like this. Double stranded DNA is coiled around the histone protein to form the structure nucleosome. The double stranded DNA is coiled around histone protein. Here this is a symbol of double stranded DNA. Double stranded DNA coiled around histone protein about 200 base pair of DNA coiled. This structure is known as nucleosome. This is the structure of nucleosome. Okay. You can see here the double stranded DNA is coiled around the histone protein. About 200 base pairs of DNA is coiled. Another DNA which is not coiled around the histone protein, it is free. This DNA is known as a linker DNA. About 20 base pair to 50 base pair of linker DNA is free from the histone. Okay. This is about the nucleosome. Nucleosome is very important. Nucleosome means histone protein. DNA is coiled around histone to form a structure nucleosome. Okay. Then it will shorten the DNA length. After the nucleosome formation, the histone protein is many histone proteins are present means many nucleosome structures are formed to form a chromatosome. Chromatosome means many histone proteins are combined. Don't get confused guys, this is very simple. Means only 200 base pairs of DNA is coiled around the one histone protein, but the length of the DNA is about 200 meters. The DNA coiled around histone protein only 2 coils, then again it coils to the another histone, then to the another. The structure is like this. The DNA which is present in between the two nucleosomes, that is the linker DNA. Okay. The linker DNA is protected by the linker DNA which protects by the one of the one second guys. The linker DNA which is protects by the another part of the histone, that is H1 subunit of histone. The linker DNA is protected by H1 subunit of histone. Okay. The structure of a long DNA with the many nucleosomes. Many nucleosomes are arranged. Okay. The structure is also described as beads in a string. Beads in a strings like structure. ಮುತ್ತು ಪೋಣಿಸ್ದಂಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ದಾರದೊಳಗಡೆ ಮುತ್ತನ್ನ ಪೋಣಿಸ. Beads on string like structure, that is a nucleosome structure. This will also shorten the structure of DNA. Okay. Then third step, after nucleosome formation, the many nucleosomes are connected to form a chromatosome. After that, solenoid form of organization occurs. Here in case 6 nucleosomes or a length of chromatosome coiled around itself. It's like this. Here this is a one nucleosome, second nucleosome, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. 6 nucleosome coiled in a helix form. The 6 nucleosomes are coiled around itself to form a solenoid model of DNA. Okay. Then after solenoid model, next model is after solenoid model we can discuss scaffold model. In case of scaffold, here I told that DNA is protected by, or it for packing of DNA, histone protein is very necessary. Along with the histone protein, there are so many non-histone proteins are also necessary. The non-histone protein which helps in the packing of DNA, it is commonly known as non-histone chromosome protein, chromatin proteins, NHC, that is the condensin. Condensin is the one of the protein which help in the DNA packing. It is a neutral protein. Some of the solenoid model, the fibers attached on the scaffold. Okay, one second. Here, consider this is a condensin protein. This is the condensin protein. On the surface of condensin protein, this solenoid model of DNA attach. This is a condensin, this is a solenoid model of DNA. You can know that, you can guess here 6 nucleosomes are present. Okay, they coiled around itself, form a helical structure. Then this will also help to reduce the length of DNA. Then next, chromatin model. What we discussed in the in the starting of this class, chromatins are the visible genetic material in the DNA. Okay, the chromatin models. Here, the helically arranged, always the solenoid model of DNA is attached with a condensin. That condensin starts coiling. This is the condensin. On the condensin, the scaffold solenoid DNA, this is the condensin. Here the condensin arranged helically. ಅದರದ್ದು ಓನ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೆಲಿಕಲಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಸ್ ದ coiled structure is known as a chromatin. This will also reduce the length of the DNA. This chromatin structure we can see in the cell during prophase stage of cell division. Okay, once we can recall all the things, we are discussing about the packing of DNA inside the eukaryotic cell. Always eukaryotic cell is eukaryotic genetic material, that is the DNA is always bind with the protein. That protein is known as a histone protein. The histone protein is a basic protein. It have the basic amino acids, those are the arginine and lysine. Basic amino acid proteins are made by the amino acids. Here the lysine and arginine are the types of amino acids which are present in the histone. Okay, histone enta protein andre it is octamer protein, means it have the 8 subunit. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಸಬ್ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ H2A, H2B, H3 ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ H4. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಥರ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ದೆನ್ ಹಿಸ್ಟೋನು ಮತ್ತು DNA ಯಾವ ಥರ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ 5 ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ 5 ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ DNA ವಿತ್ ದ ಹಿಸ್ಟೋನ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದರೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಸೋಮ್. ಈ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಸೋಮ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಡಬಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ DNA ಕಾಯಿಲ್ಡ್ ಅರೌಂಡ್ ದ ಹಿಸ್ಟೋನ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್. ಅವು 200 ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ DNA ಇಸ್ ಕಾಯಿಲ್ಡ್. ಓಕೆ, this structure is known as a nucleosome. Then chromatosome model. After nucleosome ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ, chromatosome. The long length of DNA is having the many nucleosome structure. Many histone proteins are present. On that DNA is coiled. Okay, in between the two nucleosome there is a gap. There is a DNA which is present, that is known as a linker DNA, which is protected by the protein known as a H1 protein. Then chromosome coiled around itself to form a helical structure. 6 nucleosomes are arranged spirally to form a solenoid model. Okay. The scaffold is another model of DNA. The non-histone protein, that is a condensyl, help to attach solenoid model of DNA. It is a non-histone protein. It helps you bind the solenoid model. It will also reduce the length. Then chromatin. In the chromatin model of DNA, the scaffold, that is a condensin protein, arranged helically and it will shorten the DNA. The chromatin structure we can see in case of cell in the prophase stage. After the chromatin model, next one is chromosome model. Okay. The chromatin, you already know that this is the scaffold, that is condensin protein. Two condensin proteins are arranged. On that, DNA is coiled like this. The two chromatin strands binds to form a fully condensed structure, that is the chromosome. Chromosome we can see only during metaphase of cell division. Okay. This chromosome model is not a permanent model, it will change. It is not permanent. It will change after cell division. You know that. The structure of chromosome we can see only during the cell division. Okay. This is all about the packing of DNA inside the nucleus. Okay. You have to remember about the nucleosome, condensin protein, the amino acids which are present in the histone, structure of histone protein, the length of the DNA which is coiled around the histone protein, that is 200 base pair, then non-histone protein, that is condensin, then what is heterochromatin, what is euchromatin, then how many models of DNA is present, what is linker DNA, what is H1 protein, then what is the length of human DNA. In your NCERT book they will given, they calculate the length of DNA by taking the amount of DNA with the distance between base pairs. I will explain that how they here. If you consider any organism DNA length, ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ DNA ನ length ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು. DNA length ಅನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ there is a one formula. It is not it's not given in your NCERT book. Genome length. Genome length ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ is equal to genome size into distance between two base pair. ಇವಾಗ genome length ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಬೇಕು. Genome is nothing but the haploid set of genetic material present in the cell. ಓಕೆ. ಜೀನೋಮ್ ಸೈಜ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತದ, ನಮ್ಮ DNA ಸೈಜ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಸು 6.4 into 10⁶. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್. ಅದನ್ನು ಹೆಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಹೆಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ genome size is 3.10⁹. Okay, now we are not taking the haploid, we are just dealing with the diploid. 6.4 into 10⁹. Okay, it is going to multiply with distance between two base pairs, that is 0.34 nanometer or 3.4 angstrom. Okay, here we can get the 2.4 meters length of a genome, that is the length of DNA. You can use the calculator and take out the length of the genome. We will discuss in the next class. Thank you.